Hey guys, this is WWE Contours and I'm leaving you some important news about RAW and SmackDown weekly review. So here it goes. This is Raw 14th of May 2012. Triple H and John Laurinaitis bump into each other backstage. John Laurinaitis explains that he had no idea that Brock Lesnar was going to attack him 2 weeks ago. Triple H says that he's going to say what he's going to need to say right now after the Raw intro. So the Raw intro goes without the Brock Lesnar intro, and what happens is that Triple H walks into the ring and he says that Brock Lesnar is arrogant for wanting to bring legitimacy to his company, and he says that this disrespects the legends like John Cena, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Bret Hart, and all those people. And he says that Brock Lesnar has lost respect to himself and to other people, because he says that he wants to bring legitimacy to himself, and he also quitted 3 times, not only once but 3 times. He quit UFC, he quit this company 2 times as well. So Paul Heyman comes and he interrupts and says that this company has been turned from a fight into a entertaining company. He's right about that, because there's not a lot of fighting, there's just entertaining. But still it is pretty much a lot of fighting. But when Brock Lesnar was here, there was too much fighting. That was really good for business, and he put this company to heights that were never seen before. And he gives a lawsuit to Triple H, and he says that Brock Lesnar was expecting Triple H to have a fight from. He was expecting Triple H to have a fight as well as Brock Lesnar does. And then Paul Heyman gets into Triple H's nerves, and Triple H puts his hands on Paul Heyman, and then he says that he should tell Brock Lesnar, because he's going to get exactly what he deserves. Wonder what that means, even though he has a broken arm. But still. And then after, when Triple H was going to leave, Paul Heyman said that, he said that he put his hands on a person, on a important person, like a lawsuit, and he says that he will see him in court. So that's quite, quite scary and creepy. And with CM Punk and Santino Marella defeating Daniel Bryan and Cody Rhodes. Then it was Kane versus Big Show. We'll find out if this is Big Show's last match in his company, or otherwise he will say sorry. Kane defeated Big Show because of John Laurinaitis interrupting, and then after the match, Johnny wants an apology from Big Show because of mocking him last week. Show says that, he's been in his company for 18 years, and he gets really emotional, makes me start to cry as well. And he starts crying, and he says that he's not going to waste 18 years over here, and he loves the WWE. And he starts crying. Johnny wants him to beg. He wants him on his knees. Big Show says that he's never going to do that. He's never ever going to do that. But, he can say sorry, but not beg or onto his knees. Show says no. And John Laurinaitis walks away, and when he was about to fire Big Show gets onto his knees, starts crying and crying, and it was so emotional. He's very, very sensitive, And then that evil smile of John Laurinaitis makes him want to creak, and then he fires him. He fires the poor man, and Big Show cries and cries and cries, and a farewell to Big Show, and yeah. So that's what happened. Big Show is fired from John Laurinaitis by John Laurinaitis. And then it was Brodus Clay, Kofi Kingston, and R-Truth defeating The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, and Jack Swagger. Then it was Chris Jericho versus Randy Orton. Chris Jericho defeated Randy Orton by disqualification, because outside Chris Jericho puts Randy Orton to push Sheamus, and then Sheamus after the match, it was because of Sheamus, it was a disqualification, because Sheamus attacks Chris Jericho because of Chris Jericho making Randy Orton want to attack Sheamus and push him. Sheamus and Randy Orton argue, start brawling, nearly start brawling, because referees split them 2. So then that's what happens, and then it was a John Cena and a John Laurinaitis confrontation. John Laurinaitis says that he's gonna make these people like losers over the limit, and as well as John Cena, like he was a loser at WrestleMania, and he looked like a loser at Extreme Rules, like he said. John Cena's music hits, and he has no broken arm. He's absolutely perfectly fine. It was very, very shocking, and I'm really happy for John Cena. Awesome. And then John Cena proves that Johnny Laurinaitis is a loser by mocking Jim Carrey, keeps saying loser 20 times, but it was so hilarious, he kept laughing. And he says that John Laurinaitis is a loser because of WrestleMania, his team wins, but he didn't do anything. That proves as well. And he proves that by being a coward and firing Big Show, that is a coward. That is absolutely true. But Triple H or maybe John Cena could have been there to support Big Show and not get the poor man fired. That's what I'd say. He starts mocking Jim Carrey, like I said, and he keeps insulting John Laurinaitis, and he keeps humiliating John Laurinaitis. Eve comes out with this note, this letter. John Cena snatches it from John Laurinaitis, and then he reads it, and he says that by terminating Big Show, if John Laurinaitis loses over the limit, then he will be terminated. So that is actually a really good. I think John Cena will win, and Johnny will be fired and terminated from the company. And I would say Teddy Long should go back in and be general manager for both of them. So that's what I would say, and I think my opinions are over the limit. John Cena will win, and I'm happy that his arm is okay. SmackDown, 18th of May 2012. I'm going to tell you guys, I think this was a really good SmackDown, I'm telling you. You see, John Laurinaitis comes out and he disagrees by the decision that the board of directors made last week for Raw, that if he loses over the limit, then he will be terminated. And then he asks the fans for support, and the fans say no, no, no. And then a utter complete shock, CM Punk, the champion, comes in and he says that he wants to be the first one to say to John Laurinaitis, best of luck in the future endeavors. Really funny, and he starts insulting John Laurinaitis, and he starts mocking him as well. Therefore, John Laurinaitis puts a punishment on CM Punk by putting him in a match against Kane tonight. R-Truth and Kofi Kingston defeated Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. Sheamus hypes up the Fatal 4-Way match, and then he's looking forward to beat Randy Orton tonight. Randy Orton says that he would love to pin Sheamus. Daniel Bryan versus Zack Ryder. Daniel Bryan makes Zack Ryder tap out by the yes, yes, yes lock. Kane defeated CM Punk. You know why? Because it was a disqualification. You see, Daniel Bryan hits Kane with a chair, and then Kane thinks that CM Punk hit the chair on Kane. So then Kane chokeslammed CM Punk, and Kane chokeslammed Daniel Bryan too. I think this is a really good, victory for Kane. But still, disqualification, not so much. And then it was Santino versus Cody Rhodes. Santino defeated Cody Rhodes in a champion versus champion match. And then it was Sheamus versus Randy Orton. It was an awesome match, you know why? Because Sheamus defeated Randy Orton. He schoolboyed him, really. It was awesome. Because Sheamus just completely, with no cheating, nothing at all, he just hit the pin, 1, 2, 3, he beat him. After the match, a possible heel turn. You see, they both shook hands, but Randy Orton RKOs him. I think this is a heel turn from Randy Orton. Randy Orton possibly could turn heel for Friday or over the limit. But I think he's already turned heel, because I think that was a complete shock. And I think, that Randy Orton is very, very bad now. So I think SmackDown was actually really interesting and really good. Not bad at all. Hats off. So that was a really, really good Raw and a really good SmackDown with John Cena entertaining everybody with his Jim Carrey mocking thing. And the Randy Orton versus Sheamus match was really good as well. So that was all the time I have for today. Please do subscribe, please do like, and please do comment. Peace!